An Oklahoma teen who was facing nearly 80 years behind bars after being convicted of raping and assaulting two high school girlfriends has dodged prison altogether under a shocking sweetheart plea deal, sparking outrage among the victim's parents and lawmakers. Jesse Mack Butler, 18, avoided jail time last week over the spate of sick attacks on the two 16-year-old girls in Stillwater in early 2024, including one that left one victim close to death after being choked unconscious. Initially, Butler, then 17, was charged as an adult and was slapped with 10 felony counts, including rape, attempted rape, sexual battery, and assault. The baseball player pleaded not guilty to all charges, but later struck a deal with the district attorney's office to change his status from adult to youthful offender. Butler, who is the son of a prominent local sports coach, switched his plea to no contest after a judge signed off on the deal. Under local laws, the youth plea deal meant Butler was sentenced last week to just 1 year of rehabilitation and community service, despite facing roughly 78 years in the slammer. The mom of the second victim also ripped the joke punishment. The attacks on the two girls unfolded early last year when they each dated the sports star, according to court documents. The first victim told investigators that Butler repeatedly raped her and choked her when she tried to refuse during their 3-month relationship. Her doctors said she had to undergo surgery to repair damage to her neck after being choked, and that she would have died if the choking had lasted another 30 seconds. The other victim reported that she too had been choked until she passed out. Police later found a video on Butler's phone of him choking the girl. Oklahoma State Representative Justin Humphrey told News Nation's Banfield that the entire saga showed the court system was corrupt. The small, close-knit community of Elgin, Oklahoma, is grieving the sudden and tragic death of Holly Hill, a beloved elementary school teacher and proud graduate of Elgin Public Schools. Authorities have described her death as suspicious, prompting an official investigation by the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. While law enforcement continues to search for answers, Holly's family, friends, and colleagues are remembering her as a dedicated teacher, loving wife, and devoted mother who left a lasting impact on everyone she met. 2 years after becoming seriously injured from a seemingly ordinary Valentine's Day margarita at a local restaurant, an Oklahoma educator is dead and police are investigating what went wrong. Third-grade teacher Holly Hill, 30, died on Thursday, October 23rd, from what her family has called complications related to an incident that happened in 2023. That's when Hill, a wife and mother of 3, ordered a margarita at Hacienda Las Margaritas Bar and Grill in Elgin, Oklahoma, but was instead served a drink with industrial cleaner in it, news outlets reported. Her mouth was on fire, and she knew something wasn't right, Hill's mom told News 9. She immediately jumped up and ran to the bathroom, started throwing up, started rinsing her mouth out with water. In the 2.5 years since, Hill faced health complications and also reached a confidential settlement with the restaurant after suing, according to reports. For the past 2.5 years, while continuing to teach and care for her family, Holly faced a long and difficult medical journey. Loved ones wrote in her obituary. Through fighting to survive countless procedures, hospital stays, and uncertain days, she met each challenge with courage, faith, and a quiet strength that inspired everyone around her. Her perseverance and love were nothing short of remarkable, her obituary continued. Days before Hill's death, she had another procedure, according to her mother, who wrote on social media that the hole in her esophagus wasn't healed, but it was a bit better and not as inflamed, so they were able to call in a pulmonologist to assist in stitching it up. She will have to continue tube feeds for a while longer. She will have to come back in a few weeks for a swallow study, with contrast to check on progress. However, she died on Thursday, her family stated. On Friday, October 24th, the Elgin Police Department, under guidance from Comanche County District Attorney Kyle Kabelka, contacted the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. On Monday, October 27th, Acting Police Chief Ralph Parsons issued an update confirming that state investigators will initiate an initial inquiry into this matter and will be assisted by the Elgin Police Department. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation will be the lead agency in this matter, Holly's family has been notified, and we ask the community to be patient and respectful to the family, Parsons said. Efforts to reach the restaurant for comment were unsuccessful on Monday. In May 2023, the restaurant made a post on social media that appeared to apologize for the incident. "We are very sorry for what happened. During these 10 years, we have never had a situation like this, a situation that should not have occurred in the first place. We have never walked away from responsibility and will continue to support them in any way possible while our insurance company is on the case," the restaurant wrote then. "We again want to apologize to her family, and the Elgin community. Our prayers continue for her and her family," they wrote. Hill and her husband, Brandon, met while attending the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma in Chickasha. The couple married in 2018. A San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy died after being shot by a suspect in Rancho Cucamonga Monday afternoon, October 27th. A fleeing motorcyclist suspected of shooting a San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department deputy Monday afternoon crashed while being pursued by authorities. A person suspected of fatally shooting a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy was deliberately knocked off of his motorcycle by another deputy while he was leading authorities on a high-speed pursuit on the 210 freeway in Upland. The deputy who was killed Monday was identified as Andrew Nunez, a 6-year employee of the department. He leaves behind a 2-year-old daughter and a pregnant wife, according to Sheriff Shannon Dykes. The suspect, who has not been identified, is in stable condition at an area hospital. "We're embedded in sorrow. Unfortunately for our department, this has happened way too often," Dykes said at a Monday afternoon news conference. "We're going to do our very best to do the most important thing at this point, and that's to make sure that we bring the suspect to justice and take good care of that family." Nunez was shot while responding to call of an armed man threatening a woman in Rancho Cucamonga. The incident occurred in the 12,300 block of Hollyhock Drive at 12:37 p.m., according to the Sheriff's Department. He was airlifted to Arrowhead Regional Medical Center in Colton, where he was later pronounced dead. San Bernardino County District Attorney Jason Anderson said his office planned to file charges within the next 2 days. Charges under consideration include murder of a police officer and domestic violence. Anderson emphasized, however, that this is a fluid situation and much information still needs to be reviewed. Around 1:20 p.m. Monday, authorities began pursuing the fleeing suspect as he barreled down the 210 freeway. Dykes said the suspect was traveling at speeds in excess of 150 miles per hour and sometimes almost 200 miles per hour. "You can imagine what that could have done to unsuspecting motorists on our freeway," he said. At one point, the suspect nearly collided with a pursuing California Highway Patrol motorcycle officer, according to helicopter footage captured by news outlet. At 1:35 p.m., an off-duty sheriff's deputy put himself on duty and conducted a legal intervention, hitting the suspect and causing the motorcycle to crash, Dykes said. Helicopter footage shows the man colliding with a black sedan while traveling 70 miles per hour, soaring over the handlebars and landing on his back. The injured suspect was loaded onto a stretcher and transported from the crash site on the 210 to a hospital via helicopter. The eastbound lanes of the 210 freeway between Mountain Avenue and Campus Avenue were closed as a result of the accident, according to the California Highway Patrol. Dykes said that the department was working to identify and interview the suspect and that he anticipated releasing his name to the public within the next 24 hours. The Sheriff's Department released a statement Monday evening honoring Nunez's service and extending condolences to his family, friends, and fellow deputies. Deputy Nunez served with unwavering commitment, courage, and deep compassion for the community he vowed to protect, stated the department. His bravery and sacrifice reflect a life dedicated to safeguarding others, even at the greatest cost. Such devotion will remain forever etched in our hearts. Nunez's death was met with an outpouring of grief from elected officials and first responders. "My prayers are with his wife, young daughter, and family," said Assembly Member Tom Lackey in a statement. His courage and dedication to protecting others will never be forgotten. That's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. If you have any thoughts, suggestions, or questions, drop them in the comments. I love hearing from you. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.